Hello everyone, my name is Jaco Van Gas and I am a paracyclist and an adventurer. I served in the British Army and saw 2 tours to Afghanistan, and it was at the back end of my second tour in 2009 when I was hit by an RPG, a rocket propelled grenade. I sustained life-changing injuries. I used sport as a method of recovery for both my physical and mental scars. Highly inspired by the 2012 Olympic and Paralympic Games held in London, I wanted to be part of something as amazing as that. I turned my hand to cycling and I was soon picked up by British Cycling on their development team, making my way through the ranks onto the academy team, eventually representing Great Britain domestically, internationally, and all the way up to World Championship level. Sadly, I didn't make the final cut for the team to go to the Rio Paralympic Games. I took a tiny little bit of time off, but I always had that passion for cycling, and I thought to myself that how can I improve my cycling? How can I train harder, but not just harder, but also smarter? And that is where I was introduced to thin air. Thin air has really changed the game for me. When I went through my first 15-day cycle with thin air, the first initial evidence or feelings that I picked up was sleep. I slept so much better, and due to that sleep I was able to I was feeling fresher the next day, more awake and more confident to actually go on the bike again and train pretty hard. Again, a great night's sleep after that, and I've seen a massive increase purely just from sleep, how much of an effect that had onto my training. On top of great sleep, obviously there's the wonderful stuff that thin air does to you in terms of your blood regulation, hypoxic training, so actually training your body to use oxygen much better. So I saw this on the bike as well. I really recognized this on the bike, where I was so used to training hard or within an effort on the bike. I know where my limit was, but at the back end, session 13, 14 and 15 of the 15-day top-up, I was able to push through that barrier. And then from there on, Chris wrote to me a specific program, which I then continued on. I then went on to actually, as an independent, not being on the British cycling team, managed to qualify to represent him again and go back to Rio 2 years later and partook in the World Track Championships, and came back with a British record and a bronze medal around my neck. I am now in the build-up towards Tokyo, and thin air is a key part in my training, in my recovery and in my preparation, and I cannot do with it. I've just gone through another cycle again of 15 days, specifically written to me by Chris, and the effects again is just phenomenal. Feeling fresher for longer, and just being able to really push the limits. My training I've upped my training a great deal more, and being able to do that and sustain that day after day after day, and then obviously the results will speak for itself. I'm due to partake in the Road World Championships in a few weeks' time, and I'm confident that I'm going to be in the best shape possible thanks to thin air.